Ron DeSantis is the clear front runner for 2024 right now for the Republicans, but that might work against him in the long run. They've done so many studies on this. They look at, I think the best example was Bush. Yeah, a little, what's his name? Jeb Bush, little Jeb. Okay, so little Jeb is, he's out there, he's the front runner. He does kind of what Biden did in the presidential election. He kind of goes down to the cellar, disappears, he doesn't talk to anybody, doesn't talk to the media, nobody knows where he is. It was kind of the Biden approach, really.
Yeah.
And, it obviously worked for Biden, but it didn't work for the little Bush, did it?
No, absolutely not. Jeb, was the clear front runner, had over $100 million raised, and he thought, I've got this. I don't have to do anything because it's in the bag. And the more he stayed hidden, the less he said publicly, it gave rise to this whole crop of Republican candidates in 2015, 2016, who absolutely humiliated Jeb. I mean, ended any future prospects he may have had.
Totally.
He was so embarrassed that his career, and possibly for the whole Bush family, is just done now. It's done.
It was like a bloodbath every time. Once he said, well, I can't just sit here. Yeah, I'm a front runner. I've been governor of Florida. I'm in good shape, and I'm going to sit here and be quiet. So the question is, what's DeSantis going to do? I don't see him doing that because he's already kind of out there. If anything, we don't know. I guess the next analysis probably is DeSantis weighed against Scott Walker, which is a big stretch. Scott Walker was just a character without any personality, no charisma. Intellectually, he was a big dope. Everything came out of his mouth was stupid talk. You don't have that with DeSantis.
But I do see a lot of parallels between the two here, because we talked a lot about Scott Walker, obviously, back in the day.
Yeah.
Because Wisconsin became the laboratory.
Okay.
That's where they tried all of the most extreme, corporate legislation. He got it all done. He was the darling of the Koch brothers, and that's what really propelled him. And it's kind of the same with DeSantis. What we've seen happen here in Florida has become the Republican blueprint state by state. So DeSantis was the guy, much like Scott Walker, that said, I'll do it here first. If it works, you take it there. And another parallel I see that was pointed out here is that Walker got killed in the debates. And I think that's going to be his big Achilles heel.
Okay.
Because I've seen him when he
gets mad, doesn't he?
He gets real mad. He gets thrown off his talking points. He gets flustered.
Yeah.
If he can't get coached, which maybe he will, maybe he won't, he's got plenty of time, then he's got a real Scott Walker problem.
Aren't you praying for somebody besides Trump? I mean, I just can't, I don't think I could stand another Trump-Biden cycle. And so, which brings me to this idea. Biden is on the border, he's acting, he's already talking about his next big run. This is a guy who said, I'm a one-term guy. This is what he promised, didn't he? He promised, I'm a one-term guy, I just want to move Trump out of there, which he successfully did, which was necessary. But now it's looking like, no, this old guy's going to run again. He's going to run when he's 80 years old or something like that. And so what is your take? Is he serious?
I really can't make heads or tails of it yet. I mean, I hope, listen, I haven't hated Biden. I've been very critical of, a lot of things he's done, but I've been, when he does good, we say he does good, but it's time for somebody else. Biden's been there, way too long just in D.C. in general, but at the same time.
45 years. Has the guy ever had a job besides Washington, D.C.?
I don't even know, but on the Democratic side, we don't have the people waiting in the wings.
Who do you have? Who do the Democrats have out there on that side?
That's ready today?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Okay.
I don't think that person exists. 6 years from now, you've got several people that could be coming up. Katie Porter at the top of the list.
But
Katie Porter's not there now.
She's not. I love Katie Porter. I think she's got a lot of courage. She'd be a great candidate.
She's running for Senate now.
The advantage I have is, you've heard me say, everybody knows this, I'm not a Democrat. I'm sure not a Republican. But as I look at it, and I'm looking at it like a chess game, if I'm saying, if he does pull through primaries, you got California with Newsom, that's their guy.
Yeah, that's the other guy.
That's the guy, and he has appeal to the left coast and the right coast. He dies in Middle America, fly over America. There's no way they're going to bring anybody in from California to win at this point. I just think that's kind of the way I see it. But I just don't know who the Republicans or the Democrats come up with that you go, wow, it's a powerful candidate.
Well, even if Newsom were to overcome his problems in Middle America, which you're right, because Republicans have spent decades demonizing California.
God.
You can't overcome 30 years of talking points in a year. But, okay, so assume Newsom somehow manages to, who do you even pair him with? Because you couldn't just switch Harris from Biden over to Newsom.
Okay, so what are Harris's numbers? What are they numbers? Or is she even in the game?
Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
mean, her numbers against even other Democrats in a primary, she's not going to win. She definitely doesn't beat DeSantis. She doesn't beat Trump.
Yeah.
Biden beats Trump right now. Biden does not beat DeSantis. So
There's
a
something
big
about
problem.
the California card right now that I think Newsom's risky. Go to Montana, go to Wyoming, go to any of those places where there's, what was it, 450,000 people left California last year, migrated from California. And when you go and talk to those folks in Montana about California, it's an, oh my God kind of reaction. And I don't know what that is, but it is out there. It's Middle America issue. California's got a problem with Middle America. Actually, he may have the same problem since he's from Florida. I mean, Florida's regarded as Crazyville too. It's not just California. Florida's the new Crazyville. That's where he's coming from. How does he play in middle America? I don't know.
So if the Democrats do come up with somebody else and it's not Newsom, even though Newsom is ready to go, he says, you're going to end up with probably a sleeper candidate, maybe a Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, which Michigan would be a good place to get somebody, or maybe a Jared Polis from Colorado.
We'll see as it develops.
Yeah.
It's starting to develop,
It
as
is.
you know. Farron, thanks for joining me, okay?
Thank you.
That's all for this week, but all of these segments are going to be available this coming week right here on this channel, and you can follow us on Twitter at America's Lawyer. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this has been America's Lawyer, where we tell you the stories every week that corporate media can't and won't tell you because their advertisers won't let them tell those stories, or because their political connections are so tribal that it doesn't allow for it. We'll see you next time.